Okay, like I told you, that the general form of equation of straight line is y equals mx plus c. The other time I could not get out the m, but I've been able to find a way around it. So the general form of equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus c. The m there is our gradient, or it's also called the slope of the equation. It is always the coefficient of x when the coefficient of y is 1. Before you can say that you have known the gradient of a straight line, ensure that the coefficient of y is brought to 1. Okay? For instance, if you have 2y, say you have 2y here, that means you have to divide through by 2. You have to divide all through by 2. When you divide 2 by 2, then the value of y will now turn to 1, and that means you are going to be having something like this. When you divide the left hand side by 2, it's going to be 2y divided by 2. That will give us 1y, and that will mean that when you come to this place and you divide this place by 2, it's going to be mx, mx divided by 2. Okay, and that will also make c to also be divided by 2. So in this case now, the gradient of the straight line here is m over 2. Okay, m over 2. Okay, m over 2. Now let's see what happens. This one now, as you can see my slider down, we're able to get this equation, this graph on top, at the top, because I have set m to be equal to 1. That is when the gradient is 1. When m is 1, and c, which is the intercept. The intercept is the point where the line passes through or cuts the y-axis. As you can see now, it is cutting the y-axis when c is equal to 1. Okay, and 1 is divided by 2. It's cutting y at half. Please, it's cutting the y at it's cutting the y-axis at the value of c divided by 2, which is 1 divided by 2. Okay, so let me move the value. Let me say that m is minus 10. When m is minus 10, let me remove the fraction, the 2 first. Let's just have it as the general form. Okay, now let's say that my gradient is minus 10. Gradient can take fraction form. It can take the form of positive number, positive whole number, positive fraction, negative whole number, negative fraction. Now let's say that my gradient now is minus 10. That is, I'm having graph of y equals minus 10x plus c, and let's say my c is my c is 5. Okay, so you can see this is a negative slope. What do I mean by negative slope? Whenever the other time that I've been drawing, it has been moving from the top right corner to the left, but now it's moving from the top left corner to the right. This is a negative equation of straight line. Okay, this happens when the gradient is negative. Okay, this happens when the gradient is negative. As you can see, it is because the y-intercept is 5, the c is 5, the line is still cutting y-axis at 0.5. Okay, that axis, the coordinate there is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 5. Okay, so we can do a number of things with that equation. Let me try and change the values again. Let me move the slider to positive 10, that means m is going to be positive 10. That means if I change m to 10, okay, if I change m to 10, that means I'm having y equals 10x plus c now is still 5, so it's going to be y equals to 10x plus 5, and you can see that it's going to give me a positive slope. It's going to give me a positive slope. You can see a positive slope moves from top right corner to the left, and because I have said c is 5, it is still cutting y at the point 5. As it is passing through y, it's cutting y at 0.5. Let me see whether I can change it to -5. Change c to like -5. So when I change it to -5, this is what I'm having. The y-axis, as the line is cutting the y-axis, you can see that it has cut it at the point of y equals, at the point of where ordinary number there is -5. Okay, where the intercept is -5. The intercept is your c. Okay, so that's just to show you that with the generic form of equation, m can take any form. If I say m is 0.5, if I change this value to 0.5, which is half 0.5, so this is kind of where we're going to get. That's to tell you that m can take any value. Okay, when the gradient is 0.5 and the intercept is still 5, -5, see what we are having. So m can take any form, can take fraction form, decimal form, whole number form, positive or negative form, and these are the kind of graph that you can get. Again, I will stop this one, but I will stop this video, but before I do that, again I need to go over what I've said, that the general equation of a straight line is equal to y equals mx plus c. The m is your gradient, while x and y are variable. Y is a dependent variable because it's waiting for whatever happens to y, while x is independent variable. It's what determines what happens to y. So whatever value we give to x will make us to know what will happen to y. So in other words, y is a dependent variable, is waiting for the dependent variable is one that relies on other values from x. X there is an independent because it takes on different values. Okay, now c and m are ordinary numbers, okay, and they can be changed at one point or the other. As you can see, they are constants. So m can be 10, it can be 5, it can be 0, it can be 1.1, and as I'm changing, you can see the graph is changing position. It's changing, okay, it's changing. Once the value of m is changing, the graph will be changing, okay, to be changing to different depending on the value of m, the graph will change. Okay, depending on the value of m, the graph will change. The same thing happens to c. If I change the value of c, where the line will be cutting y-axis will change. Okay, it will change. And if we make the value of m to be positive, okay, and we're moving c, where c will be cutting y-axis will change. Okay, it will change and all that. So thank you very much for this video as well. I will save this one now and also try and upload it to the class.